having a man-free home is a flex. Having a man-free home is like the ultimate cheat code to life because imagine getting off of work and you realize that there's no man in your house and it's calm, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's clean. Things are where you left them. You don't have to worry about somebody asking you what's for dinner. You don't have to worry about regulating somebody else's emotions, listening to their stories, because men talk and talk and talk and talk and not having to be available to them. And so when you get off work, it's just really all about you. And if you have children, all about your children when your children come home from school, and your dog and your pets. But life is just so simple when you do not live with a man. Like, I think the best relationships are when he has his own place, you have your own place, and y'all see each other on the weekends.
Not having a man in your space is a flex. Let's talk about it. Hey, beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So that video has gotten a lot of people talking, including women. Some women said it's a flex. Some women said no. While a lot of the men are saying that, but you need a man, you need a man, you need a man when you're sick, when you're this, when you're that. It got me. Like, I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think that having your own space, especially as a woman, and I'll put it in there. I know some people have kids, especially a woman, but even with a sprinkle of being child free, do you think that being by yourself and not having a man in your space, do you think is a flex? I want to know your own take down in the comment section. This video has gotten a lot of people talking, which we're going to check people's reaction. But you have to hear my own take on it, because I feel like I have a different view on this, because a lot of people are coming for single mothers and single women for saying that this is a flex not having a man. So my opinion is coming from a married woman saying that not having a man in your space, if it's a flex or not. Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's reaction to this, and then we'll come back and talk more.
And I tell you what, it's a flex when you ain't gotta go home to nobody. Like, you ain't gotta go home, hear nobody's mouth, look at worrying about why they ain't put the toilet seat down, why they ain't put the dishes up, why they ain't made no dinner for you, why they ain't pay no bills, okay? It is a blessing. It's a flex. I never desired to live with no man. I just don't know what that shacking up be about. But I pray that y'all get up out of that. That is not your husband. It's not your wife. Just because that's your baby mommy, that's your baby daddy, that don't make it right for y'all to be shacked up together. Okay? I just never wanted to live with no man. I don't know. Like, I feel like even when I get married, like, we can still have our own separate spaces. Like, God, y'all just pray for me, because I don't know what that's about. I still can't see myself living with no man. And then y'all women, y'all be letting these men drive y'all cars, moving y'all houses. It's a different world that I don't want no parts of.
So I just saw a video where this woman just said it's a flex to come home to a man-free house. And obviously the video went on and on and on. But then I go into the comments just to read what everybody says. And there was a bunch of women on there like, oh, it's a flex to not have to hear what's for dinner. Did you cook? I'm so happy I don't got no man. I'm so happy. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, well, I get where you're coming from if that's all you want them for. But at some point, you're going to get older. I don't care how physically fit you are right now. But we're in America, and even the fruit we eat got chemicals all over it. So when you get sick, because Father Time is undefeated. When you get real sick, I don't mean flu sick. You know what kind of sick I'm talking about. And you get that diagnosis and you come home to that cold ass house, or you come home and have to get in that cold bed, then you go to have those surgeries, one after another, and then you go through your treatments. You got to do all that by yourself. You're going to think your homegirls are going to be there, and they will. They'll be there for your surgeries, and they'll come by and check on you. But at some point, you'll be there by yourself. You'll be too tired, too worn out, too sick to go even to the bathroom. And your man or your significant other would be there to wash you up and to clean up the throw up and to be there for you to let you know you are not alone, because maybe you don't get better. Maybe you just get worse. And that man is like, or that significant other is there and they're like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for you. Or you can be in that man-free house all by yourself, going through this journey all by yourself, hoping your sisters or your your brothers or your homegirls will be there, but they got to go home too. Eventually, they're going to go home and you'll be alone. So it's a flex right now when you're 30, 40, even 50 years old and you're having fun. You're flying all over the country or all over the world and you get to have your happy hour with your girls. But there's going to come a time where you'll be all by yourself. Or God forbid, I even had a friend that didn't have a significant other, didn't have a wife. He was in his house for 5 days and no one even knew it. Doing wellness checks. So when you hit about 60, 70 years old, ladies, you better make sure, whoever thinks like that, better make sure somebody has a key to your house so they can do some wellness checks on you, since it's a flex that you don't have nobody. So I just saw a video where this woman just said it's a flex to come home to a man-free house. There's a bunch of women on there like, oh, it's a flex to not have to hear what's for dinner. Did you cook? I'm so happy I don't got no man. When you get real sick, I don't mean flu sick. You know what kind of sick I'm talking about. And you get that diagnosis and you come home and have to get in that cold bed, you'll think your homegirls are going to be there, and they will. They'll be there for your surgeries and they'll come by and check on you. But at some point, you'll be there by yourself. And your man or your significant other would be there.
What he failed to mention is sometimes a woman is married and still has to lean on her female friends.
Exactly.
Because men are 6 times more likely than women to leave a terminally ill spouse. But these men believe that the sickness and health they talk about in their vows is only her staying with them if they get sick. If she gets sick, there's no guarantee that man will still be there. They'll say, how will you support yourself financially? Women make their own money. They'll say, who will protect you? From who? Other men? She's got a Rottweiler and pit bull that she feeds like a grown man. She's got a security system. She's got a pink Glock that she keeps in her nightstand that she calls Lullaby because it'll put a grown man to sleep. I think she'll be fine. Like to use these scare tactics to try to act like women need men for protection or to provide for them. And what if you get terminally ill? The thing is, there is no guarantee. I don't care if you just had his baby. I don't care if you just got married. I don't care if you took care of him when he had nothing. I don't care if you brought him in from off the street. He used to be unhoused. I don't care if he crossed his heart, hope to die, pinky promise. If the man wants to leave you, that's exactly what he's going to do. Like the video I made about a week ago where the man was like, well, if a woman just cook and clean and do what a man says, women have done all that. And the man has still decided to leave. We're always looking for a ride or die, but too many women have rode and died and got nothing for it. Some of you men will never notice how much a woman was willing to ride for you until she decides to park.
Having a man-free home is a flex.
Having no man in your home is definitely not a flex because it is not difficult to obtain. All you got to do is just not date. It's as simple as that. Viewer discretion is advised.
Having a man-free home is like the ultimate cheat code to life, because imagine getting off of work and you realize that there's no man in your house and it's calm, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's clean, things are where you left them.
What's funny about her take is she called it a cheat code, something that anyone can do. Like, you know, there's no mandate. It's not mandatory for you to have a man in your house. Why do y'all get on here and make it seem as if y'all have to have a man? Yeah, you don't. And we don't care that you don't want one. Men are better off without women like you. Trust me, you will be doing us the favor. Good riddance. Plus, I'm really starting to notice a pattern here. Y'all trying to prove to the world that you guys are happy alone because you can't find the man that you want, or the man you want doesn't want you back. True happiness doesn't need to be proven to people. Neither does it require an audience. We can see right through you.
You don't have to worry about somebody asking you what's for dinner. You don't have to worry about regulating somebody else's emotions, listening to their stories, because, you know, men talk and talk and talk and talk and not having to be available to them. And so when you get off work, it's just really all about you. And if you have children, all about your children when your children come home from school, and your dog and your pets.
This absolutely has to be rage bait because there ain't no way in hell. First things first, she described a woman. Women are the ones that come home and want to talk about what happened at work. Men, we're not really like that. Whatever happened at work stays at work. Secondly, she said you don't have to worry about regulating someone's emotions. Plus, you don't have to worry about someone asking you what's for dinner. So if you have kids, do you not have to regulate their emotions? Are they not going to tell you they're hungry? What are we going to eat tonight, Mom? You still end up performing out the same exact duties with children. I swear some of y'all in this logic, boy, I tell y'all, this shit don't make no goddamn sense.
But life is just so simple when you do not live with a man. Like, I think the best relationships are when he has his own place, you have your own place, and y'all see each other on the weekends.
Shorty, just say you want to get crack without the commitment. It's 2025. At this point, it is what it is. If you want to be for the streets, be for the streets. You're not doing us a disservice. Trust me, we'll be perfectly fine. I'm sure there's a gentleman out there willing and ready to crack you for the free. Y'all go about this like y'all have to be committed to a man. You don't. It is your God-given right to not exercise that option. But like I mentioned earlier, this gotta be rage bait. I refuse to believe she's really talking this shit and wholeheartedly believing it. But you know what? Like any other video, you ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Having a man-free home is a flex. Having a man-free home is like the ultimate cheat code to life. Because imagine getting off of work and you realize that there's no man in your house. And it's calm, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's clean. Things are where you left them.
I agree with this video 100%. The reason why I agree with it, though, is because this is one of them things where you can literally say the exact same thing about women. You know, coming home to a woman-free home is peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You can say this about children. Coming home to a child-free home is peaceful, it's quiet, it's clean. Like, it's one of them things where it is what it is. I know there's a lot of women that wouldn't understand that, but there's also a lot of women don't realize that you're the problem. You're the drama. You bring the chaos. You're the reason why when you come home, everybody runs in their room and nobody wants to talk and everybody's quiet. You're the one that, you know, can't separate your work drama. You bring all that shit home. Like, you're the chaos. A lot of you women are.
And I tell you what, it's a flex when you ain't gotta go home to nobody. Like, you ain't gotta go home.
This is largely cope, and you can tell the look on her face and her eyes. She's not convinced about the words that are coming out of her mouth with this nonsense that having no one is a flex. But if you notice the women that say these absurd things, in their scenarios, they always have to make the guy terrible. That's the only way this works, because you know it's not a flex if you said it this way. It's a flex to not have somebody who you can come home and hug and cuddle up with and Netflix and chill and make love and have dinner ready for you and your bath water ready. You see what I mean? It's not a flex if you describe the guy in a good way. The only way this works is that they have to demonize the guy in the example that they're giving, the straw man argument.
That girl said living in a man-free house is a flex. It is not. It's not. It's not a flex, okay? And take it from somebody who's not male-centered, right? It's not a flex. Like, I can't stand when people come on the internet and prove how badly you want a man. Because coming on the internet to say living alone and without a man is a flex. Coming on the internet to say that is just, it proves to me every day how lonely people are. And instead of just admitting that or just not saying anything at all, they have to come out and say things like that. Oh, it's a flex being, you know, in my house, I can only use the first two cupboards, like the first two level of a cupboard. So let me show you. So I told you guys I'm moving. So my apartment looks kind of crazy because I'm packing up. In my time here, I've only ever been able to use the first two cupboard. And that goes for, matter of fact, y'all see the stool here. I got the stool last minute. And even when I got the stool, I still never used the top two. Had I had a man though, especially a man with a little bit of height, I would have been able to use that. Certain things like mounting my TV. Okay, maybe he might not have been able to do that. But it would more likely, sorry, the wine to get into me. He might have been able to do it for me. But no, I had to get another man. I had to get a man to do it for me, right? I had to get somebody off a tax rabbit. Guess what? That person wasn't a woman. That was a man. Okay? When I have furniture to put together, I got to get on Task Rabbit. And guess who they send? A man. It's better to have a man in the house, baby. Because now I don't have to outsource. If I have a man in the house, I don't have to outsource. Like, let's be real. Stop. Just simply say you're enjoying your single season. However, you would appreciate if you did have a man. Just say that. And I think that we got to be careful with what we're saying. I'm a very big, even the Bible says it, that your words do have power. They carry power, and life life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when you're like, oh, it's a flex, it's this and that, and you're putting out in the universe, like, and when I say universe, I don't believe in that. I'm a Christian. But what I'm saying is when you put it out there and you're like, oh, I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with not having a man in my life. When you're 50, 60, 70 years old and you see no man in your life, you will look back at this age and you will be like, oh, okay, I know why I don't have somebody in my life, because I spoke these words. I know someone personally. They have been single for the last 10 years, not on purpose, but because 10 years ago, they were always talking about not being in a relationship. They were praising it like, oh, I don't need a man. Jesus is my husband, all these things. And guess what? Now they're having to rewrite and undo everything, every word curse they spoke over themselves, because it's a curse. It's a curse. Now they're having to rewrite everything because they were over here thinking they was doing something cute. You need a man in your life. There are some things you cannot do for yourself. That's why you got a Rose toy. That's why you have a Jackrabbit. Because there are some things that a man cannot do. If a man is not present, you can't do for yourself. There are some things that only a man can do. So for you to sit there and be like, oh, I don't need a man, and being a man, I'm packing up my apartment right now. I would love to have had a man in my life right now to help me do this. To take the stress. I can't drive a U-Haul truck. I can't drive a U-Haul truck, but I got to get somebody to do it.
Wow.
And I'm sure there are women who can do it, but this woman right here, I'm fragile. I can't do it. Just the thought of driving a U-Haul truck terrifies me. But you sitting here in your masculine energy talking about, oh, I don't need a man. Oh, being a man free house is a flex. Where? It's not until you have an issue or run into some problem, then you realize how stupid you sound.
But I have so much to say about this. Like, I can't wait. But I want to know what you guys think about this video. Let me know down in the comment section. Do you think having a man in your house or not having a man in your space is a flex, or you think, no, it's not a flex? I want to know your own take down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful here on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Love to know what you guys think. Okay, I have so much to say. Coming from someone, because the last creator was talking from a place of being single. So now I'm coming from a place for a married, my friends would say I'm a married single woman, a woman that is intentional with her life, a woman that is very vocal about what she believes in, a woman that is living her authentic self. And I'm going to tell you guys that, like, what I really think about this. And you guys bring it on, okay? First off, I want to say that I've always said here on this channel that I don't believe in the institution of marriage because of the way society structure marriage. And I feel like if marriage was structured differently and not the societal way, I feel like it could be okay. But I feel like the way it's naturally structured or the way society has structured it, it does not benefit us as women. That being said, coming from someone, you guys probably have noticed that for a couple of months now, I have not been home. This is home now. I've not been home for a couple of months. I've been away. And this is me being by myself. And I would say being in a space without a man is a flex. Coming from someone that has been married for 12 years now and being together with my partner for 22 years, I would say being in a space where it is just you all by yourself. I'm not saying with children, like just you, and then you love your own company, you have your back, and it's just you. I am telling you, for me personally, it's a flex. I went on this almost 6 months away from home where I am just soaking up myself. I think I should take you guys on this journey. I keep saying I'll document it if you guys come on this journey with me, because I'm in the place where I'm finding myself. Like I said, I've been with my partner for 22 years, and I'm in this place where I am finding myself. And I understand the fact that a lot of women are worried that, oh, who's going to look after you? Who's going to help you bring something from the third cabin and all, a cupboard up there? Who's going to work in case you're sick and all that? That's because as women, we're naturally put in that place where we feel like we need men, like, oh, we need. But and I've always said here on this channel, wanting a man and needing a man, they are two different things. We don't need men. We might want it, but we don't need it. And a lot of women, I wish that a lot of women come to that realization and then find themselves and be okay with themselves. So for the past months that I've been by myself in my tiny little apartment, just living my single girl life as a married woman, I have loved it. Like, I have loved it. I've never had the opportunity to do that in my life because, like I said, I got married to my long-term boyfriend, then our husband. I never had the opportunity to do that. So now being in that space where it's just me, sometimes I don't have to cook. The way I do the bathroom thing, I have a steady routine that nobody is obstructing. There's no child in my ear. There's nobody in my ear. I lay on my bed and I can smell me, my room. It was a really eye-opening, and coming for someone that I am a clinging type of woman. Like, I want to be with my partner, I want to do everything with my partner. That is me. But now going through that phase where I'm finding myself and I have experienced me really enjoying my company and being by myself, be able to sit with myself, enjoy myself, be like really just really enjoy myself. It's a different feeling. I've come here multiple times to really tell you guys that how that it's such a different feeling and it's a liberation feel because I was not that guy. I can't go anywhere without my husband. Like, I will not do that. It's not me. I will not. But now finding myself really going through therapy, healing myself, doing the work, centering myself, being intentional with my life. The way I love being by myself needs to be studied at this point. I love my own company so much that sometimes I don't even want to leave the house. I just want to be by myself and just do things. And even when I want to go out, sometimes I just go out by myself or I want to go out with my girls. Like, ah, ah. I'm telling you, coming from a married woman that has lived with a man for 12 years, I am telling you, being in a space that's just you and there's no man, it's a flex. And I feel like when it comes to the structure of marriage, I feel like marriage will strive more where both people in the marriage, they have their own space and they can both check in. And I even feel like even a relationship will work that way, and marriage, both of them will strive a lot more when both people have their individuality. They can have their lives and then come together and choose to come together, not need to, they want to come together. A lot of people cohabitate because of the rent, money, financially. And I do get it that being with someone should ease your financial stress, should kind of come together financially and just ease them so that both of you can get a better life with the two income. But also having your own space and be able to breathe and just decompress, especially when you're very self-aware. It's a different ballgame. And I feel like a lot of relationship and marriages will strive when people, because when you are together, you're choosing to be together, not that, oh, I have to deal with this person and then you are grumbling. You're choosing to be together. It's very intentional, and I feel like it to strive. And you guys know, if you've been on this channel for a while, I am big on being very, very intentional with your life and choosing your life because, well, this life is one. But yeah, I feel like being by yourself, being in your space with no man is a flex. A lot of women my age might never experience it, but I thank God I have experienced it, and I love it, especially being child free with it. Ish. Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you guys think. But keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go ahead, feel free, share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see. And that'll be you supporting this channel and this guy here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.